Day 3.
Yep, it's day 3.
Day 3. What an amazing 2 days we already had with boot camp. I was just thinking and reflecting on how
Yesterday was like
it
something.
was really powerful, and we never know fully. I don't want to say we don't like. There's not a lot of notes when we get together. There's like
There's actually zero notes.
There's points.
And
sometimes
that Alicia wrote down.
Yeah, sometimes magic happens when we get and especially when we get together.
I agree. I think that keeps us like.
So if you guys missed day 1 and day 2, they're worth the watch. So day 1, we really talked about our personal opinion on motivation, on the word motivation, why we do not feel like you need motivation to lose weight. That was day 1. Day 2 was yesterday, and it was all about stop hiding that you've gained weight. Stop hiding that you, stop hiding your choices from yourself. Stop hiding what you want. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for motivation. And we got deep yesterday.
Yeah. We did. I think that yesterday was out of the 2 days, yesterday was my favorite.
Me too.
Okay.
I feel like I just started talking at them really quickly, and I didn't even say like, hello, where are you from? I just was like, hi.
Isn't it great?
I was thinking of that on my walk. I think that's what happened is I was thinking on my walk
about. You didn't want to.
I didn't want to forget those words.
You're not going to forget. Hi, everyone. Tell us where you're from. We're letting everyone kind of sign in. We're having a great morning.
I'm going to shut my bathroom door again. It bugs me when we can see my toilets.
Oh. Can we see yours? Oh, random fact. When I drove to my lashes last night at 9 p.m., there was a toilet on the side of the highway.
Oh, yes. People need to get rid of their toilets they're done using.
Like a ceramic toilet, not a porta potty. I was like, oh, I'd like to know the story of this one. Hello, everyone from PEI. Ooh, I wonder if we have a lot of people in PEI. That would be my next.
I feel like that you're trying to get a trip in there.
I would love to get a trip.
It'd be fun to go to PEI.
I would love to do an event in PEI.
Oh.
Yeah, like your weight loss, like we exist event. Yeah, I would love that. I think that would be our next thing.
I love that. Loving the lives. Thank you guys. Really appreciate that people tuning in. Like it's not lost on us that humans are listening to us. Atlanta, Georgia. That's fun.
It's extra fun.
Is it hot?
I hope so. I'd like that for you.
I mean, it's supposed to be hot here today. It's supposed to be feels like 31 degrees.
Yep. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
So we have a winner for day 2. So our day 2 winner is Marilou Hébert. So we're going to tag you in our Insta story. The girl that won yesterday was so excited. Did you see?
Yes.
And she's like, her time zone is not the same as us. So she's like, I woke up to this message. So congratulations, Marilou. If you're listening, yay, tell us that you're you, or you're going to probably learn on Instagram when we tag you.
And so you want a 4-month membership, your weight loss membership.
Basically, you're going to, comment est-ce que je dis ça en français? Je dis, on va passer Noël ensemble. We're going to go through the holidays together, but it's like funnier in French.
I actually can't believe that it's that soon. Do you know what I mean?
It's like actually very soon.
Yes.
It's in 3 months, which is like tomorrow. I know. Oh, they're saying we're cute as a button.
Cute as buttons.
That's us. Okay, so let's do day 3 Instagram contest. You guys ready?
Oh, I always regret. I'm not as good of a poser as Jose is. I feel like we look the same today.
Perfect. All right, guys, you're all set. And we love when you tag us. We love when you share. We love all of the things. That's how you support us.
I'm just pinning us to the top so people can find us.
Pin that, girl.
Pin
that. Okay.
Yeah, we even if we don't reshare your share, it's just because we
just got so many and it just felt so amazing.
So amazing.
It really did.
But we do appreciate it.
Yeah.
That is how the world knows about us.
Yes, that's all we want. We want the world to know the message because we're trying to make happier humans. That was really good yesterday.
Okay, that was really good yesterday.
Yeah.
That was a
moment.
That was
like
quote.
We're not trying to make you thinner. We're trying to make you happier.
Okay, and people think that happiness is a byproduct of thinness.
No. Losing weight is a byproduct of working on your happiness.
But it's the opposite.
People think it's the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that if you are going into this world happier, you're better setting yourself up to achieve your weight loss goals.
And also if you know that, I've always said this, like, please, I think the world needs to know that for some, weight loss is a part of them chasing their happiness.
And leave a space for people to want to lose weight.
Yes, like
it's
oh my
okay
God,
if
you don't have to take it over and make it this negative thing. Like there is positivity. Weight loss can be beautiful and it can give confidence and energy and finally a person's life back.
It's almost a bad word.
I know.
And when people don't know us and don't know what we do, and you're like, oh, like I run a weight loss business, and they're like,
I know.
You see their face. Their face thinks that we like sell
meal plans
or shakes or you know what I mean, and they think, oh, that sucks.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. One day we'll have the perfect way to explain what we do. I imagine if we said we help people be happier. I'm like, how do you do? Like, what does that even mean?
Let us know in the comments if you feel like you have a suggestion for us, because we've been at this for a long time.
What do we do?
What do we do?
What are we?
It's so difficult to explain what we do, because we do help people lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
But in such a different way.
Yeah.
And
that people are used to.
Than people are used to.
Or the perception of it.
So it takes a lot of words to explain to people what we actually do.
I need a good 5 minutes with you.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And they still need longer than 5.
Yeah, I was going to say it, and even then, depending on the baggage they have in their mind, depending on their language, for some, they understand quite right away. And for others, you will never be able to explain.
True.
And it depends on their baggage. It depends on their experience.
And within 5 minutes having a conversation with someone, if there's any hope, or if there's so many years of diet mentality and that baggage and thoughts and language that it's going to take a long time to break down.
We help people let that shit go without drama.
We're happiness coaches. We don't like the word coach. Also, that gets a bad word.
Yeah.
That gets a bad rep.
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever, we're just gonna keep showing up.
I know.
Whoever wants to
Jose and Alicia.
Jose and Alicia. J&A. That's who we are.
Okay.
Basically, you know what I've been answering? I answered it twice and it felt good. I'm like, I just have the best job in the world. I help people be happier. And then it like makes them all like, what does that even mean? But I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to tell you more. What do? I run a business. I started a business that helps people be happier. And yes, I help them lose weight, but it's in a very different way. If you want to check us out, check us out. Like, I mean, I don't have time to.
Sometimes I get all like,
I know, because it makes you want to like prove that like, that like it's a thing. Anyways, all good. All good.
Thank you guys for your comments. This is helping us.
Yes.
We'll put them all together and put them in a pot.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get going on day 3, do you want to, I had said that we were going to talk really quickly about because we didn't talk yesterday about you hiding and your body image. So part of, being happy is being comfortable in your skin. It's having body acceptance. We talked a lot about this this summer with our members. We talked a lot about body acceptance and like what a normal, what common bodies look like and all that stuff. And Jose went on her own like body acceptance journey about last year. This time you were like well on your way through. It was like last summer, I think.
Yeah.
And a big part of that, creating your happiness with your body, which doesn't everyone watching this want. And I need to tell you guys this before I let her talk. We changed spots today.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Is that you need to stop waiting for a certain size for happiness with your body. I'm not saying you need to look into yourself naked in the mirror and be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between that and looking at yourself in the mirror and grabbing your boulets, and going, oh.
She's trying to say bourrelet. For anyone that's français, boulet is like a roll. A roll.
So there's somewhere in between that. So, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So tell us about your experience with accepting your bits. Your bits.
The part of what Alicia's saying is like, it's not about like, oh yeah, this is fine. This is as good as it gets. It's knowing that when you're grabbing your rolls and you're having this negative state about your body, you're not being productive in changing it either.
No.
So it's just not that productive conversation.
You cannot hate your body into a new body.
No, you cannot hate your body to weight loss.
Nope.
It's actually the opposite. You have to love your body to weight loss. You have to love your body enough to want to change it
and appreciate your body for what it does.
It's not getting to the point where you hate yourself so much, then you lose weight. It's not going to be good. That's not the journey we want you on. And the other part is, it's body acceptance. And why do you want body acceptance? It is because you want to be happy. You want to work on being happy in the moment, because that can only bring good things. Like being happy in the moment can only bring good things. Okay, so for me, so why this is actually very relevant to yesterday's topic is because we talked about being yourself and being you and stop hiding.
And stop hiding.
Yeah, the stop hiding piece. Okay, so you guys, all right, why was that such an important part of my journey? When I finally stopped hiding my bits that I kept hiding, I started accepting it more, and then starting being a happier version of myself, a happier human. Okay. And so that's the same piece where we said, you need to stop hiding the fact that you gained 20 pounds in the pandemic. Like, go see your friends. First of all, yesterday we had a really good conversation about you don't know what tomorrow brings. You don't know if you'll be here tomorrow. Please stop hiding because of any type of weight gain. You are not a bad person. There is nothing wrong with gaining weight. Let's stop the guilt behind weight gain. Weight gain is always normal.
And also, it's the same with your cellulite. Stop feeling bad, like you need to hide your cellulite. Stop feeling bad that you have cellulite.
Yeah. Stop the guilt of
the shame, the embarrassment, the hiding.
Yeah, exactly.
So for you being out there with your cellulite was like, because people, you have such an amazing like upper body, it's like abs and everything is so like toned and little, and people like, you could easily just edit that and just show that. And you're like, no, but I'm showing the full thing.
Yeah. And it's a big part of like, I mean, we had a conversation yesterday about how it's such a big part of my personality to not hide who I really am. And so I don't hide who I am, but when it came to my legs and my lower body, I would hide the physical aspect of that, you know? So I know who I am as a person, but that physical piece was always something that I would hide from pictures, never wear shorts, would never go to the beach without some sort of legging or dress or whatever, like, so that it covered that piece. And I realized that then being my personality of like, I don't want to lose more weight, so I guess this is it. Know what I mean? Like, I don't want to change my life. I don't want to create a deficit. I don't want the lifestyle of a deficit. So that means I guess this is it, Jose. We're not losing more weight. I had two realizations. I don't want to lose more weight. So that was the first one. Also went back to when I was smaller on the scale, like lower on the scale, still had the same legs. So what did that give me? So then it was the realization that this is it. And I don't want that. And I want to accept.
Yeah.
And to accept, I needed to stop hiding. You can't accept in secret, I find. Like, I think that you need to, like, a real acceptance is really being open about it. But you don't need to be open a la José, where you do a slow-mo of your legs doing like this. Like, you don't need that type of
just wearing shorts in front of your friends could be your level of open.
Yeah, absolutely. Or just like level of open would be talking to your husband about it. Or just like more your way of open. Your way. Your way. But that was my way because I'm loud and I like to make my statements loud. So that was my way.
Was another piece for you is you were like, okay, you always we always talk about your butt. And I'm like, you could, if you wanted to, you do 2 butt days a week at the gym. And you were like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You were honest with what you wanted. You were not hiding what you wanted. You're like,
I'm willing to
I'm not. So when you get to that point, you accept.
Yeah. And then I had to work on like, when you're comparing, when you're like, there's like other things that come with that. So it was like, it was even just me being in front of the surgeon because I thought about, getting some surgery done with my loose skin on my legs. And when he looked at me and he's like I could tell he was like, what is happening? So then I'm like, my perception of my legs, I think it's not perfect, but who said it needed to be? Who did I make that promise to?
Nobody.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who did I make that promise to that I was going to be my lowest on the scale?
Who's in charge of that choice?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's me.
Yeah. And then I realized like, wow, so it wasn't it's about being happier, not thinner. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
All right. So today is good.
Today's good.
5 ways to get and stay motivated.
Okay. So let's have a review.
Okay.
On what is behind the scenes motivation. What is that? Motivation is the feeling of like, wow, I'm finding this easy. Wow, I'm finding this not that difficult. So again, going back to the review of when people say you guys always look so motivated, because we do show up for the things we do. We show up for our walk.
Show up consistently.
We show up for our salad. We show up,
yeah.
We show up for our meals. We show up as we want. And so we've made it easier on us. And I was sharing with Alicia, like, right now there's so many trends on the internet. Like, we're more in this world than maybe most of you. You're like, oh, I missed that message, but we see it. And right now I've seen a few going towards, okay, so there are two things that I don't like about the internet right now. The first one is, I mean, there's a lot, but the two top
we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Two of the top ones I'm seeing the world going to, and I'm like, no, you're going the wrong way. No, that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
So we're giving a total different message than the world right now, Alicia.
Okay.
So the one about, you don't need motivation, you need discipline.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a big one right now. They thought they were so smart with changing the word.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. And so that's one thing where basically they just changed one label, motivation, to another label, discipline, meaning hard and hard. Everything's hard.
Yeah. Just the label of this is really hard, but
so
if you're awesome, you'll do it.
Yeah. If you have discipline, if you're that like awesome person, if you suck, you don't get this result. But if you're like disciplined, like, why are you labeling yourself? Like, I don't even label myself. I'm a disciplined person. Like, does it make you feel better? Like, just show up, be happy, do your thing, be a good human.
That is okay, wait. People that need those labels. We are people that never needed labels. Do you think that people that are seeking out labels are maybe not as confident or happy?
I don't know.
Like, I'm disciplined. I'm like, even like in school when we were teaching, I don't care what you call me. Like, I don't care if you call me Stafford. Yeah. I don't need you to call me Mrs. Stafford. Do you respect me? Do you do what you need to do?
Are we nice humans?
I just had that moment when it's like, who is seeking out the labels?
Yeah, there's that thing as well. Like, and we are not even labeling, like, even in your weight loss.
No.
Like, even that, it took me like 5 years to be like, I think I founded this business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, anyways. So that's one thing that I'm like, it's word with another word, just meaning this all sucks, basically. And the next one that's coming out that I just saw 2 TikToks, I'm like, oh no, we're going this way, is that it'll never get easier.
I know.
So like, I'm like,
do it anyway.
If you're waiting for it to get easier, it'll never get easier. You're just going to show up because it's habits. I'm like, you think your message is positive, but c'est pas vrai ça. Like, it does get easier. It does not have to suck. It does not have to be hard.
It shouldn't feel so hard.
And then I'm seeing those people that are business owners and content creators and whatever. And I'm like, you're not even recognizing that you are finding it hard.
Yeah.
They're not even recognizing that the reason why they're giving out that message is because they're like, you know what? I freaking have discipline. I find it hard, but I show up and that's why I'm successful. And we're here like, we're successful because we're happy. Doesn't that sound way better? We're successful because we made it easier on us. We're successful because we don't compare. We're successful because we love what we do. Isn't that a better message?
It's a really
than just like, I'm successful because it doesn't matter if it's hard, never gets hard. I'm just amazing. Yuck, pew. I don't like that.
Okay.
That's not attractive.
No. Okay. Is that the review? Are you done with your review? Was that the review?
There's a bit of everything there.
Okay.
Okay, so basically today we're giving you 5 ways to get motivated.
Yeah.
What we're saying, we're giving you 5 ways to make it easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's just do this.
Let's do it.
Write this shit down.
Write this shit down. 5 ways to make weight loss easier.
Because you got to listen to us for a couple days. Now we're like doing stuff. We're going to start doing stuff. Not hard stuff, but we're going to do stuff.
Yeah.
So step number 1 is to focus on daily tasks, daily list, small things on your list. Don't you dare write something on your list unless you are 99.9% sure it will get accomplished. Because scratching that shit off your list, how many times should I say shit today? Scratching that off your list, in case you guys are wondering my paper, I'm scratching off a list, creates motivation. It creates a win.
It creates a win.
That creates a win. And
a feeling.
And that feels good. That makes you happy. That makes you want to do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. So daily tasks. As you guys are watching this, when you are thinking of what you feel like you need to do to lose weight, okay? We all have these things in our brain of what we need to do to lose weight. Do you break it down to every single day? What can you do today?
Yeah. Do you break it down to today? Because when you want to start losing weight, you have, first of all the noise and baggage and drama and trauma of your experiences and whatever. And then it takes over what you could actually just do today, and where to start, engage in a behavior that makes you feel good.
And sometimes we're almost paralyzed by how much we feel we need to do, so we do nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas you need to start today. Guys, look at your life today.
Yeah. Like
what's happening
literally
today? Do you have time to go for a walk? 5-minute walk,
Yeah.
50-minute walk.
Yeah.
Do you want to drink? Does drinking water make you feel good?
Yeah.
Does eating salad make you feel good? Does watching duos make you feel good? Like, what do you want to do? What can you commit to today?
And not what you should do, what you are willing to do. Okay? Not what you should do because of your baggage and your experience. Remember, you have trauma from the diet industry that you have not dealt with yet. It's day one. Okay? So you have so much to learn. And that's why when people start at your weight loss day one, I'm like, right now, all you can do today in this very moment that you press join is really, okay, how can I behave in a way that makes me feel good? That's the only sentence that can make sense for every human. Other than that, there's nothing. Like, you're coming in with, you're a human being that takes time to learn your values and all of that. So
and you all have different environments. So that's why I can't tell you eat 4 ounces of chicken and a cup of broccoli. Like,
what's a portion? What's a good portion? I'm like, I don't know. Are you hungry? Are you not? Depends on the day. Depends on the moment. Depends on the person. Depends on what the portion
what you ate that day, what you didn't eat. Were you active?
Yeah.
How much have you been eating in the past? Like,
Yeah.
it's so complicated. So it is literally just start engaging in behavior that makes you feel good. And you know what? You'll know when you do that.
Not
because it will feel real. It won't feel fake. We've all done the fake things that we think we should do to lose weight. You know what fake feels like.
It feels like you're doing something. You're engaging in behaviors that get you weight loss.
So good.
Don't engage in behaviors that get you weight loss. Engage in behaviors that make you feel good. That's where you start.
That list, I want you to look at that list once you're done. And I want you to scratch anything.
I know what you're going to say.
That you look and you say, what is my intention behind that thing on my list? And if it is only weight loss, cross that out.
If you're like,
shit off.
I'm going to go to the gym because for an hour, are you only going to the gym because you hope you're going to lose a pound by this? Cross that off. Because that's not good enough.
Nope, it's not.
It's not the right intentions.
No,
if it's like, because I haven't gone in a while, it'll make me feel good.
I enjoy the gym.
it.
I want to see my friends at the gym.
Then we can do that.
Absolutely. Okay. So that's number 1 is daily tasks. We use this in our lives. We use this in our business life as well. We have daily tasks that we have in front of us every single day. And every single day I show up and say, what can I fit in today? How can my day, how do I want to show up in the world today?
And why is this so shocking for people, or why are they like, why do they find it weird or hard to do? Is because they're like, well, is that going to be enough for weight loss, La? Yes. The answer is yes.
Actually,
you know what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. If you make goals if you have tasks, or if you behave in a way that makes you feel good, it will be enough for the weight loss that is to be yours. We don't know if it's good enough for 50 pounds or whatever, but it's the one that is yours. Is it 23 pounds? Is it 12? Is it 110? I don't know, but it is good enough for what your journey is going to be.
That was beautiful. That was really good.
Okay.
But then it left me.
People are talking about the habit tracker.
Yeah. So we
have a habit tracker.
We have a habit tracker. We have a couple, actually.
We have many ways to help our members
organize
their thoughts.
And daily, we have like a weekly, I remember my thought. We have lots of templates.
Yeah.
That you can print and use whichever ones. You can use none, you can use all of them. We're all different what we actually like. Okay, I remember what I was going to say, and then we'll move on. Okay, so as far as daily tasks go, when you say how I used to kind of plan my weight loss, okay, I'm going to eat a salad and then this, and then I'm going to like run. Okay, so it's Tuesday. Tuesday, I feel great about a salad and this and whatever. Saturday, I want margaritas and nachos. But do you know what? I don't need to feel bad about that. I'm not cheating on Saturday.
Yeah, because if you're cheating, you're basically like you're saying that your weekly schedule is your husband, and the weekend it's the one night stand.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You're not cheating.
No. I am engaging in behavior that makes me feel good. And that isn't always salad and walking. Sometimes it's nachos and margaritas. Okay, so that's why we don't use those words cheat. That is a bad word at Your Way Weight Loss.
Yeah,
We're not we're not having a cheat day. We're not having cheat meals.
We're adults making choices.
We're living our lives.
Absolutely.
And her life involves ice cream and my life involves margaritas. Okay.
Was that just number one still?
Number one.
Okay.
Ready to move on?
Yeah, I had something else to say, but it'll come back.
Okay, we've kind of touched on this before, but we'll go for it again.
This one's a big one.
Number
for me.
2, make it
easy. Oh, how could I make it easier? Make it easier.
I actually think that people subconsciously
Make
make
it
it
hard.
more complicated. I think people believe because every other way they've lost weight in the past, it's been hard, it's been complicated. There's been meal plans, there's been recipes.
Yeah,
there's
it's been hard.
It's been hard. So
It
you
hasn't
think,
been easy.
okay, weight loss needs to be hard. I need to make this complicated. I need to remove everything from my home. I need to bring all these random new ingredients in. I need to feel overwhelmed. I need to spend hours meal prepping.
The diet industry has made you believe that to lose weight, it needs to be hard. And that's the message that's right now. It's like, oh, if you want weight loss, it has to be hard.
To get weight loss, you need a calorie deficit. You need more energy going out than is coming in. I just spit on your computer.
I love that. You're cleaning it. It's already disgusting.
I know. I
so.
think it might be from us.
Jeff, when
our
he sees
passion.
this, he's like, you're
He's
disgusting.
I know. He's
I'm like,
so
mon
dramatic.
Dieu.
You can never see him.
Mais la navette, c'est que ça tente.
Moi aussi, and even my sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
My sunglasses are.
We learned a few things about each other on the trip. Like, I'm like that. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not like that. Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, so guys, I want you to look at your life and say, how could I create a calorie deficit in the simplest way humanly possible?
Yeah, simple. So
Simple.
easy is usually simple.
So if you like portions is one of the easiest ways, simplest ways that you can work towards creating a calorie deficit in your own life. Change nothing but how much of what you're eating.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
Like vraiment bam, là.
You want a meal prep? Go to Sobeys, buy a rotisserie chicken and
a
some
salad.
pre-made salads.
Yeah.
Bam. Done. Like it does not have to be more complicated than that.
I also think I'm next level simple sometimes.
Next level.
Yeah. So next level simple, c'est comme toast and fried egg for supper, là. It's the beauty of there's no bad food. So I think not only did you learn from the diet industry it needs to be hard, you've also learned from the diet industry that there are certain specific foods that you should be eating or should not be eating. So c'est même compliqué.
Yeah.
And then you're like, should I? There's everything that's in your pantry you can eat. Swear, là, je te dis, là. And then you're like, okay, you can legit have a sandwich for supper.
Absolutely.
You can have whatever you want.
Do you know what's
Keep
so
it simple.
ironic too about this? Often is people, okay, a sandwich would be delicious to them, but then they make this salad that they think they should eat, and they actually eat more calories and eating a salad that they don't even like. Because they think they should, because they think that's healthy. There's like an avocado on there, there's nuts, there's oily dressing, and they're consuming 700 calories where they could have had a 300 calorie sandwich and felt great about it.
You could legit have 4 pieces of bread for an avocado.
And like this is kind of like a little different piece.
Yeah, it's a different piece of what we do, but we help you. We teach you this shit.
I mean, that's Calorie Deficit Bootcamp.
Yeah.
And that is available on our membership site for our members. And if you're a member and you haven't watched it, you need to go watch that. There's 4 videos. They are epic. They are amazing. It will help with the noise of what you can choose. It will help you to feel more comfortable with making it easy, making it simple.
And you know what that does? Like calorie deficit is so like, I like thank my lucky stars every day that that's how a human works, because it goes well with our message that like, as in you're in charge though. This is all a body needs. A body does not need like, and also it goes well with like mindfulness, happiness, choices. It goes with your way, like, because everyone comes in with a different budget and everyone can figure it out. It's not like this is me. I'm just so happy it doesn't take broccoli to lose weight, or it doesn't take a certain thing. Cause I'd be like, oh, I'm so sad. You know what I mean? Okay.
It does not require organic.
No,
produce.
It does not. If organic produce is it's part of your values and is a part of your
and you
budget,
have the resources to
go for it, but it does not need to be that.
And that's why I get so fired up of some of the messages, because we are setting people up to fail when we tell them that's the expectation. We need to meet people where they are at.
Yes.
So if you go to Tim Hortons right now and you crush 3 donuts, how about we start with 2?
Yeah.
How about we start with 1?
Instead of being told on the internet, like donuts processed so bad, your health, like, geez, like give us a break. Like,
Okay, so this kind of goes with number 3. So number 1 is daily tasks. Okay, we want you to set daily tasks, and what we want on your list are behaviors that make you feel good.
Could we be more passionate about
We're
what
really
we do?
intense right now. Like we're like,
Geez, oh.
Number 2 is to make it easy, make it simple. Okay, get off Pinterest. Stop putting salads in mason jars.
Don't be the Pinterest dieter.
Stop putting salads in mason jars. Okay. Number 3, be you.
I don't even know where to buy mason jars.
I love you so much.
Yeah. Be you.
Be you.
Okay, so how to get motivated, basically, how to make weight loss easier. Be you.
So this is a lot of our section. So we just talked a lot about calorie deficit. This is a lot about our choose happiness section. We're guiding our members through
To be themselves.
to recognize what they value.
To recognize who they are, because sometimes we forget, like we have lost sight of who we are.
Especially women. We give so much of ourselves to our spouse, our children, our jobs. We have forgotten what is true to us.
Yeah.
And we're lost in the shoulding and the meeting everyone else's needs. So
Society has really set weird expectations that really no one cares. Whether you give your children a 5-course meal or you give them a sandwich, this is your home. Do you go and see what your neighbor, do you like my dinner table? Do you like my couch? Do you go and ask them? Absolutely not, because this is your home. You don't care what people say about your couch. You like your couch. You should not, the mothering and how you should lose weight, what you should look like, and how you should dress, and what your hair should be like.
because you know what? One neighbor could be like, that is the most beautiful couch I've ever seen.
And the other
next
one's
neighbor's
like,
that's
"I've never-"
disgusting.
Exactly.
So what matters is that you like your couch.
this is your home. These are your children.
Okay.
You created them.
So what are your priorities? So great example. Okay. We all have different priorities in life. For you, simple is a very strong priority for you.
Yes. Okay. But wait. Yes. And I want to make that connection between, okay, simple. So easier. So very simple, easy, and priorities. Okay. My priority is next level in terms of like what I eat. I don't like value like, oh, there's this amount of protein. And just like, for me, that's not, first of all, you need to figure out what you prioritize and then simplify that. So you prioritize fanciness, meal planning, there's cooking, there's recipes, but you simplify that want.
This is good.
You see what I mean?
This is good.
I do not want to do recipes. I don't want weird ingredients in my fridge that I'm going to use
Like
once,
cinnamon.
like cinnamon. Like, I don't want these things in my life. I don't care for that. So I went the José way. I am me. And I simplified José's way.
Ugh.
Alicia's being her, and she simplified her way. So someone could be like, oh, I love simple, but I can't eat everything every day. Okay. So you value changing. You value not eating the same thing every day. That's good. Keep that there. Simplify that.
That's really good.
You see?
That's really good.
Okay.
So a tiny example, concrete example. I love making my kids mini muffins.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't make a fresh batch of mini muffins every single day. I do it once a week, every 2 weeks, but I make 48 and I make double. So I already have the ingredients out. So I make banana chocolate chip. I make pumpkin raisin. Bam, done. Freeze them, done. Simple.
So yeah,
Streamline.
her definition of simple is doing that. My definition of simple is not doing it at all. Know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it. I don't value that. I don't.
And that's okay.
You know,
like
my kids don't have muffins. You know what I mean?
and they're okay.
They're totally fine. Because I'm being me. And I'm so happy.
And do you know what? When I bring muffins, when we go over to a friend's house and I like offer their kid muffins and the kid loves my muffins, that brings me so much joy.
Exactly.
That's
I will
who I
be-
want to be.
And I want to be the person that eats your muffins.
You're such a great person to eat my muffins.
Exactly. And I'm going to be like, these are great muffins, Alicia.
Good job,
Bravo.
Alicia.
Exactly.
So it's really about digging deep into your priorities. At the end of the day, guys, if you're going to make a choice to want to create a calorie deficit in your life, you are going to need to make a change somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you value different food every single day? I'm not going to lie to you. If you value that, it's going to take more time. But you're the boss. You
Yeah.
decide. Like, is that important to you? Then we're going to prioritize that. We're going to make that happen for you.
Because we're not prioritizing how fast this goes.
No.
We're prioritizing your happiness.
And if
Because that's how you get results.
And if you want to have convenience food, you're going to have to prioritize a budget.
Yeah.
Like if the rotisserie chicken is more than if I cook the chicken myself. The
Yeah.
fruit tray is more than if I cut the fruit myself. I'm willing to give that extra money. Are you? That's okay if you're not. It's about priorities. It's about values. Values is a huge one because we get lost in what we think we should do. And don't get us wrong, guys. We love vegetables. We both love vegetables.
Yeah, we eat vegetables every day.
We love protein. We will explain to you exactly why protein is good. Vegetables are good. We'll explain why what processed food does to you. We're going to explain all those things. However, you can still lose weight without or with all of those things, and you need to figure out what you value. So if you value eating food that is not in a package, that's amazing. But if you don't value it and you're just doing it because you think it's going to give you weight loss, you're going to stop doing it.
You have to be able to take in information and then use that information in a way that aligns with your values, your preferences. So you take in information. You can tell me, people can tell me, you have Splenda, blah, blah. I take in your information. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then I just go and put Splenda in my coffee.
Yeah.
Because I don't thank you for your information. Then I just do my life. And then
you're
I live
a grown-ass adult.
Yeah. And then I decide how I want to
You get the information and then you decide what you want to do with it.
Absolutely.
So number 3 is to be you. Is to make sure that what you're choosing aligns with your priorities, your values, your preferences. It's you choose what you want, you find your way. That's why it's so easy for us. That's why we don't need motivation. It's we have our own way. And every single person watching this has a different way.
Yeah.
Waiting for them. Someone said that they get so much in like the shoulding.
But for me, it's the part where she said I get lost in it.
And
that's noise.
This is a section
noise
in our Choose Happiness.
Shoulding. Can you believe it? We wrote shoulding
because
it's a thing.
We recognize in the world, we saw it in women, the shoulds, and how many of us are living it's not even a little piece of our life. It's like a large chunk of our day-to-day shoulding. And that shoulding does not bring you happiness.
No.
Okay.
Shoulding actually does not bring you any results. Like it's very because she's like, I get so lost in what I should do that then nothing's happening.
I know.
You know what I mean?
You might do what you think you should for a little while,
bit, but nothing's really happening.
There's no
changes because you're not working on you. You're working on what you should do, and that's not going to last.
And that's what you think you should do because there's actually no should.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't exist. There's no one like perfect little box that the diet industry is trying to tell you that exists.
Yeah. The list,
the containers,
the sucky list,
the little containers you need to fit your food in, the list that you can and cannot eat, the 4 ounces of chicken. Like, do we think that the reason why there is an epidemic of obesity in North America is the difference between 5 ounces of chicken and 4?
And do you track it cooked or uncooked?
But it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. You think that it has to be so perfect.
We're trying to be as loud as we can for all of the humans.
Louder for the people in the back. Okay, let's move on.
And we're so happy when we find other people that have the same message as us, as like meet people where they are. Stop making people feel bad for drinking diet soda.
Yes.
Diet soda is better than regular soda for obesity.
Bam.
Done.
We all know that diet soda isn't a healthy choice.
But you know what else is not healthy? Extra fat on your organs.
And we don't often give that enough credit.
I know.
Like the doctor that ate Twinkies.
I love that.
And he lost he lost weight. He ate Twinkies for only 30 days. We all know Twinkies are not good for us. Okay. But he took his blood pressure. He had a doctor following him. And his results showed that there was an advantage
to losing weight,
fat. A health advantage to losing fat, even if
it was eating Twinkies
was created from all Twinkies. Only
Twinkies for 30 days. Yuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Even blood pressure went down, lost 27 pounds. And his overall health on paper was better. You know what I mean? So there means that losing fat has value, you guys.
And that's such an extreme example. In a good way. Like people aren't actually eating only Twinkies. You know what I mean? They'll sneak snick a little cucumber in
Yeah.
there. Okay, number 4. We're on number 4.
We're doing great.
Number 1, daily tasks. Number 2, make it easy. Number 3, be you, prioritize values. Number 4, seek inspiration. And it's actually perfect because you were just talking about how when we find other people on the internet with a similar message to us,
It makes us feel good.
it makes us happy.
It makes us happy, and it
It
motivates
motivates
us
us
to
to-
keep going.
They're showing us, they're validating us, they're showing us what's possible as well.
Yeah.
Like, so seeking out inspiration can be people on social media. It can also be people in your actual life.
Yeah.
So I love having people in my life that inspire me.
Yeah.
They don't motivate me. I do not look to Jose for motivation, but she is inspiring to me in so many areas of your life.
I love you,
Jose
so much.
appreciation moment. And I have other people in my life that I am inspired by
Yeah.
their commitment to always move their body.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by the way that they are mothers.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by them. They don't motivate me. How often do we spend time on the internet looking at the way that people make lunches? Okay, making packed lunches. We're looking for motivation.
I mean,
Scrolling,
zero minutes for me.
Scrolling, right? Is that creating motivation? Is that going to motivate you?
To actually do it, but
It's
it might
gonna-
inspire you.
It might inspire you. It might show you what's possible. It might give you ideas.
Yeah.
So seeking out inspiration, I really think, did you see on the group today that someone posted that they went through their social media and unfollowed all people that were promoting like diet culture? I was,
No.
yeah, she like got rid of, she did a social media detox, and she said, I didn't even realize
She was
how-
following a lot of people with meal plans and containers
and like look at
gyms.
these results in 10 weeks and lose 25 pounds in 10 weeks and like the body shots and the like, not
Yeah.
about look how happy I am, look how skinny I am.
Yeah,
Okay?
you need to understand that when diets are posting only pictures of physical transformation and no one's talking about how the person's feeling, that's like, okay, well, we also need to talk about how we're feeling here, right?
So anyway, she said, I was like, what an amazing idea. Like get rid of that from your
Yeah.
life. You don't. So if you guys have people that you do follow on social media that are
That
not
create noise.
that create noise.
Subconsciously, you're like, should I do that? You know, when you look at people and they're like, oh, we have people on our TikTok. It's like, since I've been starting to track calories and macros, I've never been happier. I'm like, wow, pas grand chose dans ta vie qui va, c'est ça qui te make happy, là. Like, you know what I mean? They're obviously also 19,
and
living at home.
legit.
Or like, I've never been happier because they lost 10 pounds in 2 minutes. You know, you're happy today. You're happy today, but you're not creating a happy life. You know what I mean?
Because your life is more than just what you weigh.
And macros.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's about seeking inspiration. I love having people in my life that inspire me.
Yeah.
And I do not look for them for motivation. I look at them for inspiration.
So you take their inspiration, then you look in the mirror.
and
What can I do?
And I don't look to what they do.
And not how as well.
I do not look to how
How.
they do it. I simply look at evidence of what's possible.
Their results. And I'm like, okay, wow. Like, and I do that a lot for business, and I do that a lot for personal. I'm like, wow, like I want that. You know what it makes me feel when I see like, okay, oh my God, I'm so cheesy.
I can't wait.
But I love TikToks of kids, young adults promoting that their parents are still in love. Have you seen this little trend?
I have not seen this trend, Jose.
And that trend is like, I want that to be Dia.
oh my
Like that
gosh.
Dia loves our love.
Ah.
And that, like, you know, so I'm inspired by, like, I'm like, oh, look at and I love teenage girls that love their mom. I'm like
Okay.
so inspired by that.
Yeah.
Like, it's the relationship
Yeah.
I want. You know what I
I
mean?
see that. I see
And
that,
that
for you.
me like gets me all happy and inspiring,
I
you know?
see that for you.
So like I work on that a lot. I'm not like, that'll never be me and I don't have anything in common or whatever. I'm just like, that is inspiring to me. That is why I do what I do.
And if you looked at another mom who had a teenage daughter and they had an amazing relationship, what she did to achieve that
Oh, I know it's
is
not my
very
yes,
different
than what I need to do.
And it is the same
because
with
we are
weight loss,
humans. And
with a different priorities, values, environment, life.
there's
So-
no guide for everyone to say this is how you create a good, happy marriage.
So do not
Like-
look for others for their you can look at them for ideas. You can look, but it will not be the same path. It will not be the same road. You have to bulldoze your own path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
The last point is habits. Again, we have an entire section
on your habits, get you to be aware of your current habits. Where can you start slowly but surely? We actually have a whole section, like a whole course, because really when you think about what we did in January, it's like 17 meetings. So 17 divided by 2 is 8.5 hours of content on habits.
How to create new habits
in a very sustainable, so why do we talk about habits in this section? Is because we're trying to get you to make it easier.
Yeah.
And habits do make things easier.
Absolutely.
It becomes a habit.
And you don't require motivation. It's like we're basically tricking you into thinking that you're getting motivation, but really you're achieving. Basically, you just want to say, how can I achieve the things? When you say, how do I stay motivated?
Yeah.
How do I achieve the things? How do I do the things consistently?
Right.
Habits. Habits is huge. Again, it's something we undervalue because it's not sexy.
Yeah.
It takes time.
It takes time. It takes consistency. And for you to be able to really change your habits and create new ones, you need to make it as easy as possible for yourself. So it kind of
and habits makes it easy.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you guys a really small, tiny micro example of a way in which habits has worked for me. Okay. So we read the book Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Or join and watch our thing.
Yeah.
Recap. Okay. One of his strategies is to, James Clear is the author, is to habit stack. So take a habit that you're already doing and stack a new one on top that you want to achieve. So I found that I needed to be more purposeful with my water. Why do I want to drink water? Because I prioritize it. I value it. That behavior makes me feel good. Not because I think I should drink water because it's going to help me lose weight. Okay. So I wanted to drink more water. Every time I went in my car, which was in my garage, to go pick up my daughters from school, I grab a bubbly. I grab a can of soda water. Bam, done. Increase my water intake without barely any effort because I did habit stacking. And that's
a new habit over the habit. And what's happening is he really teaches you how to make it easier on yourself to create new habits. And you need to, first of all, have awareness on the current habits you have. The habits are things that you don't think about.
Yeah.
You're not like, oh, I forgot I had children. And after, it's like
brushing
natural.
your teeth.
Yeah, brushing your teeth. Like it's things that you do without thinking. We do a lot of that. Getting dressed. You get dressed in the morning without thinking, I should get dressed right now. Almost forgot. It's a habit. You do it. It's part of your life. And he gives so many good examples on how to make it easier. And then it becomes not hard. So for me, one of the habits I wanted was, and I used a different strategy. He has many strategies. It was waking up early. Why did I want to wake up early? It's because it's who I wanted to start being. I wanted to be the person that would be an early riser, and I was not that person. And he teaches you how to make it easier on yourself. So make it obvious, make it that you can't say no.
Make it more enjoyable.
More enjoyable. So I worked on, and so he gives you that information. Then you have to go into your own life and figure out your way, So for me, I was like, okay, you know what? I have a daughter that's an early riser. So I gave her the task of coming in to wake me when she wakes up, because my alarm did not do it for me. I was like, snooze, no, thank you. But if she comes in the door and is waiting, that's what she does. She looks at me and waits for me to turn my legs and get up. She also wakes up and is like, bon matin, kisses me, hug.
Oh my God.
So we do that. So I changed that. And it comes to a point where she did it for, let's say, 2 weeks. After that, what happened? My body naturally started getting up early.
You also got to see the
results.
Results. You kind of pushed yourself when you didn't want to. And then you realize, man, when I get up early, I get work done. I'm a happier person in the morning with my kids. I'm more patient.
I have more time to do the other things.
To be the other things that make me happy.
Yes. Okay. So, and the next part is, what was I waking up to do? So waking up to work out, puke, not my thing, not Jose, not me being me. I tried being, it looked so fun when I saw the people. Oh, they already worked out and it's 6 a.m.
Sexy.
It's so sexy.
So sexy.
And it's just not me. I don't like to wake up to work out. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. It's not what I want. But I don't want to label me as the person that wakes up in the morning to work out. If I wake up and I want to go for a walk at 6 a.m., I did a few times.
Yeah.
But it's a daily thing. It's that's all I have to do. No, if I wanted to just sit at my computer, or if I just wanted to sit and scroll on Facebook, doesn't matter. You wanted the new habit of waking up earlier. That's all I wanted. There was like no expectations
Yeah.
other than just wake up, sol de ton lit,
And that's another strategy
of
that's
making it easier.
Making it easier.
It's pretty easy to wake up to go on Facebook.
And setting realistic expectations. The book is called Atomic Habits. I do want to also point out that here's what's important. The habit you're working to create has to be who you want to be.
and not just getting the results of it.
So again, if you want to, you're like watching this, you're like, hey, I'm going to work on creating habits. Write them down. Are those habits there because that's who you want to be, because that aligns with your values, your goals, your environment, your preferences, your priorities? Or is that on your list because you think that habit will get you weight loss?
Yeah.
Every habit that I have personally worked to create on my own weight loss journey has been because that's who I want to be.
Yeah.
I had a moment driving in my car where I realized I was triggered by being in my car alone. Being in my car alone, driving by McDonald's 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Alicia, would have meant going and crushing a Big Mac meal secretly in my car. And I had a moment like last week where I was driving and I was like triggered by it again because I was put back in that situation. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have that habit anymore. That's not hard for me. And how I was able to break that habit, part of it is because I didn't want to be that person anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop eating McDonald's in my car because it's bad, because I want to lose weight. I didn't want to be that person. So if that didn't make me feel good.
Yeah. So if you're the person that like diets, deprives all week and then binges and eats everything on the weekend, and this is not who you want to be anymore, that's more of a reason to work on those habits than just like, well, it's not giving me weight loss, but you should go more deep. Like, but do you like being that person that like feels like shit every Saturday night, can't control? And why are you doing that? Are you feeling deprived during the week? Like there's a lot about who you like. You're a person. We can't just be like, this is how you lose weight. Like it can't just be thrown at you.
No, you need to dig deep.
Yeah.
And you need to reflect on some of your current habits.
Yeah.
And basically, guys, everything you do is a habit.
Yeah.
So you, obviously there's nothing wrong with McDonald's. Okay. Like, you know that there's nothing wrong with McDonald's.
It's my drug of choice. Like,
but let's say every time that your kid has hockey after school, that results in you going through the drive-through. Please realize that that is a habit.
That it doesn't have to be
that it does
that
not
way.
have to be that way.
Yeah.
That is just how you have set up your life, the habit you've created with your family of how you react when your kid has hockey.
Yeah.
So do you care? Do you want to change that habit?
On you. You make that choice. You're an adult. This was great.
This was great.
I hope that you recognize that basically if you've written these down, so let's go and just say the points.
Okay, go.
Okay. So the first one is having daily tasks that are doable goals just for today. Like, what am I willing to do today? The second one is make this life as simple as it can be, while number 3, being you. Okay. So like those two need to coexist. Be you, make that easy. Be you, make that easy.
This is really good.
Okay. And then number 4, seek inspiration. So you should surround yourself in an environment. That's what we provide at Your Weight Loss. It's surrounding yourself with an environment that helps you to be you, that helps you to be happier, that helps you to chase what you want. Okay. And then number 5 is recognizing the current habits you have, and that all of this is habits. All of this conversation.
And just recognizing the power
behind
habits.
Yeah. We just wanted to have that conversation.
Habit. So what got me to keep driving was not motivation in my car.
Just habit.
It was a habit.
Yeah. That you don't think about it. You know, when there are things you just don't think about, it makes it easy. It's pretty easy to put your blinker for the exit you take every day. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to take the exit you take every day because it's a habit. This is where I go. And then that one time you're not going home after work or going somewhere else, and you realize you're driving home and you're like, oh my God, I'm so used to driving home without even thinking. Oh my
gosh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's all we have for today, guys.
I mean, they can ask us it's been 53 minutes, any questions on anything. I mean, as we said yesterday, if you've given us this time and you've really enjoyed our content, like it's time for you to join. We would love to help you be happier.
We would love
that.
Because you all deserve to live this most beautiful life that I feel like I live every day.
And like when people send me messages, they're like, I did it, or I'm joining later, or I did it, I joined, and I'm so excited. I always write the same thing. You deserve this. All the time. You deserve this. And they're like, you're so right. It's like sometimes there's buyer's remorse. It's a thing. Okay. After you purchase something, you're like, do I deserve this? Did I need this? Can I do it without?
Should I return it?
Should I return it? Yeah, exactly. A dress, an outfit, your membership. You'll be like, what's happening? You deserve this. Once you feel like this, you deserve that dress, you deserve those boots. She's trying to like, she's like, you need these boots. I'm like, I don't know, they're like expensive. She's like, oh,
it's gonna cost like this much money and I'll wear them once. I'm like, I don't care. Don't we all agree that for the event Choose Happy, Jose needs badass boots? It's happening. I don't care. Like, I'll drag you to Halifax to find these boots. We have to go.
My outfit includes badass boots. Anyways, there's this song that came on, Who Run the World? Girls. That's part of our, that's going to be part of our entrance.
Yes.
I like doing this when I'm excited. Anyways, you guys, I love when people are saying join us. It's just, you need to understand that there's value of with how you feel right now. There's value behind that. There's a reason. There's your intuition is guiding you to say, this makes me feel good. That could be your first engage in a behavior that makes you feel good. Join.
Woo, I like it.
That could be your behavior today.
It
makes you feel good.
Okay, so any questions, put them in. Now's your chance. Tomorrow, we are going to get a little bit deeper into how Your Way weight loss is motivational, how we provide,
how we show up in that way,
how we provide an environment that maybe doesn't need motivation. Like, I don't want to say,
you'll see.
It's a little bit more specific about your weight loss and how
we get that,
how we can serve you and how we can help you find motivation. So that's going to be our last day.
Oh,
it's Friday.
It's Friday. Okay. Friday. We'll be at my home.
I can't wait. Yeah.
I always do this every time.
It's like my mouse. It's a Mac. It's a Mac.
There's something happening. Okay. We love you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Bye.